Here's your wrestling news for September 26, 2020. And your headlines for today include hilarious names confirmed for female Retribution members, WWE using inspiration from actual lawsuit in current storyline, 8-time WWE champion to introduce Ken Shamrock at Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, Alexa Bliss goes into possessed mode during a live interview, is WWE burying Matt Riddle and Sheamus? Former 3-time WWE champion slated to host segment on WWE NXT next week. New theory about mysterious returning former NXT champion. Roman Reigns wants a match against Adam Cole. Furloughed WWE wrestler is brought back by WWE, and more. We're starting today with Retribution, as the 2 female members of the group weren't given names this week on Raw, but new trademark filings may have spoiled what they'll be called. On September 21st, trademarks were filed for Mace, T-Bar, and Slapjack, but WWE also trademarked Reckoning and Retaliation, which could be the names for Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez. Mia Yim has also set up an account for Reckoning, adding to the belief that that's her new name, and so far the account only follows Retribution members and Malcolm Bivens. We previously reported that Retribution is interested in bringing the NXT manager on board, and whilst Mace said they should collaborate, Bivens seemed scared by the idea. If Yim is Reckoning, that makes Martinez Retaliation, and whilst these are new characters, Yim's first posts from her Reckoning account made it clear that her HBIC character will carry over. Yim tweeted a short video of a white van pulling up and a man asking what she's looking at with some very un-PG language, and the caption to the video was Retribution's intentions. That wasn't all Yim posted though, as she went on a Twitter spree, cutting down critics, calling many simps, and while another fan called her out for using Damian Priest's finishing move for her name, she said, "He can complain to the boss, I don't give a F." When Reckoning told another hater, "Your parents must have been drunk conceiving you," T-Bar got in on the action saying, "She's WWE's Reckoning, here to end the borrowed time you've all been living on." It seems WWE have decided on Yim and Martinez's new names, but what do you think of Reckoning and Retaliation? Let us know in the comments. It's no secret that WWE sometimes turn real-life situations into on-screen storylines, and this recent lawsuit on SmackDown has deep roots in WWE history. On the Blue brand, The Miz is trying to get the Money in the Bank contract off Otis using a lawsuit that cites an unsafe work environment, and according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, this isn't too far from what happened years ago. They said, "In 1997, after Bret Hart beat up Shawn Michaels backstage, or at least pulled large clumps of his hair out, Michaels left and had a lawyer threaten to sue WWE for those reasons. So that's where the suing over an unsafe working environment storyline started from, that actual real thing that happened." Now, Miz is demanding the briefcase from Otis, who is currently in a, quote, holding pattern, according to sources, and as Mr. Kennedy and Baron Corbin know, WWE can always change the plans of whoever holds the coveted briefcase. It seems using this old HBK lawsuit may actually cause Otis to lose his briefcase after all, and if this goes to court, we'll have to see just how good the A-lister's lawyer really is. Now, Florida opened up much faster than other states, with Governor Ron DeSantis saying that TV productions like WWE and AEW were essential businesses and are allowed to operate. Now, the Sunshine State is moving forward with plans to fully open, as the Herald Tribune reports that DeSantis' new plan to move Florida into Phase 3 of reopening, which was immediately put in place. That means that restaurants and theme parks can operate at full capacity again, whilst people won't be fined for not following social distancing mandates. There's also no more restrictions on gatherings, which could give WWE a lot of leeway when the current deal with the Amway Center expires next month. Regarding sporting events, DeSantis said that large spectator sporting events should consider reducing capacity, though there wasn't any rules put in place enforcing this idea. Nearly 700,000 people have been infected in Florida since March, with almost 14,000 dying directly because of it, and we can only hope that this full reopening doesn't lead to an increase in cases or deaths. Over to Impact now, as Ken Shamrock is soon to be inducted into their Hall of Fame and is bringing one of the biggest names in the world with him. On Twitter, the world's most dangerous man sent a tweet to The Rock, asking if he would send a video induction greeting, as Shamrock said his time feuding with The Rock was the highlight of his wrestling career. The Brahma Bull quickly responded, saying he'll take care of it and get the video back to him by this weekend, marking Rock's very first involvement with Impact Wrestling. Older fans will remember the incredible feud these two had, including Shamrock helping Rock get over by telling him to hit him as hard as he could with a steel chair, so it's cool to see the Great One repaying that favor. We'll have to see what kind of video The Rock comes up with, but with Shamrock joining the likes of Sting, Kurt Angle, Team 3D, Gail Kim, and more, his big night being inducted just got a whole lot bigger. Over to SmackDown, as fans saw plenty of development in the ongoing Alexa Bliss-Bray Wyatt saga. During her match with Lacey Evans, Bliss was shaken up when The Fiend's laugh started playing in the Thunderdome, though when they returned from commercial, the Southern Belle was dominating. Though Bliss was able to create some separation, the match was almost all Evans until she missed a moonsault and The Fiend's music played. This caused Bliss to snap and start hammering on Evans, and her new demeanor was so extreme that the referee called for the bell. For the second week in a row, Bliss leveled Evans with the Sister Abigail as The Fiend appeared on the screen for a moment, saying, "Let me in," whilst a possessed Bliss stood there. Before she left, Bliss stopped and stared a hole through Universal Champion Roman Reigns as he entered the Thunderdome, and we can't help but think that she's got her eyes fixed on the title The Fiend held not too long ago. Clearly, Lacey Evans will think twice the next time she wants to bring up The Fiend, but she's not the only one to experience Wyatt's spell. During an appearance on Booker T's Hall of Fame radio show, Bliss was doing fine until Booker brought up Wyatt by name, which caused the former women's champion to be frozen in place. When asked questions, Bliss didn't utter a word, and after a while, her feed was cut without her saying anything else. We're not quite sure what's happening with Bliss and Wyatt or what WWE's long-term plans are, but after Bliss's attack and possessed demeanor on last night's show, it's obvious that the company has plans for The Fiend and the Goddess. From one SmackDown star to two more, as Sheamus and Big E have been feuding lately, and we now know what WWE's plans, or lack thereof, are. PW Torch's Wade Keller and Brandon LeChair spoke about the booker between the two, and though they said last week's angle between the two was well executed, that it isn't a sign of things to come. LeChair said, "It's pretty clear that they don't have huge plans for Sheamus. He's in the King Corbin role where he just fights babyfaces on the way up, and he's going to serve as a stepping stone. He's sort of the gatekeeper." It's surprising to see a multi-time former world champion like Sheamus be used as a gatekeeper, though perhaps not surprising given he's been on TV for over a decade, and hopefully a legit push will come along for SmackDown's Celtic Warrior again. More SmackDown news now, as Matt Riddle lost to King Corbin this week, which was very strange to see. Online, fans wondered if the King of Bros has any backstage heat, as this match wasn't building to a match this Sunday, and given their past encounters, you'd expect Riddle to beat Corbin, as he's done so before. That's not to take anything away from the King, though it was also odd to hear Michael Cole speak about a time when Riddle beat Corbin, calling it the biggest win of his career, ignoring all his success in NXT. Let's hope that Riddle regains some of that firepower he had when he moved to SmackDown weeks ago, as he's quickly becoming just another face in a roster full of talented superstars. Over to NXT now, as this week's show will see Shawn Michaels host a segment to build to NXT TakeOver. The showstopper will host a face-to-face meeting between NXT champion Finn Balor and challenger Kyle O'Reilly before they meet on October 4th. And though HBK is usually backstage during NXT tapings, Michaels will be in the ring to deliver some sweet chin music if things get out of hand. We're sticking with the gold brand next, as this week's mysterious promo from what's believed to be a former NXT champion has got everyone talking. During the show, a robotic-sounding voice said that a superstar is returning to take back what is theirs, and given that an NXT title was in the promo, it's believed to be a former top star of the gold brand. That means we can narrow down some suspects, as former champs like Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa are currently in NXT, so there's no reason for them to announce their return. Pac, aka Adrian Neville, isn't with WWE, so he's out, whilst Seth Rollins, Big E, and Kevin Owens are all occupied with storylines on the main roster, with KO feuding with fellow former NXT champion Aleister Black. Though a popular theory is Bo Dallas, given that he's a former NXT champion and hasn't been seen since December 2019, fans are now gravitating to the idea that this return could be Robert Roode. A former NXT champion, Roode hasn't been seen since March due to the travel restrictions between the US and Canada, and with rumors that he's ready to return any week now, time will tell whether the Glorious One will be the one who returns at NXT TakeOver on October 4th. One person who knows all about returning is Roman Reigns, and now he's back, and there's plenty of possible opponents for the Universal Champion, even in NXT. It's clear that the Tribal King has been paying attention to Wednesday's show, as during a recent Q&A with Mania Club where he was asked if he wants to face anyone from the Gold brand, he didn't waste his time, saying, "I'd like to maybe tangle with Adam Cole. I think that would be neat. I think we would get some really good reaction." Cole just wrapped up a historic reign as NXT champion, and it seems the WWE is holding off on his next big angle, as he recently took on Pat McAfee, but isn't booked for October 4th's TakeOver so far. With Cole achieving everything there is to do in NXT and not being booked for TakeOver, there's plenty of reason to believe that his main roster call-up is imminent, and if so, it may just be a matter of time before Mr. Bay and the Big Dog collide in the ring. Now, WWE released many people and furloughed 9 producers on April 15th, and after a few were brought back, one producer who is back is Billy Kidman. According to PW Insider, Kidman returned during SmackDown this week, and whilst other backstage hands like Mike Rotunda and Gerald Briscoe have been told they're no longer needed, it's good to see the former Cruiserweight champion has his old job back. Jackson Riker news next, as after calling the idea of Black Lives Matter garbage, the Forgotten Sons were pulled from TV, and now they may return minus one member. According to Fightful, Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler are both featured on the internal roster sheet, but Riker is not, with many speculating that he may never be back. Riker hasn't helped himself by promoting anti-mask tweets at a time when WWE are making it clear that they're all about social distancing, and though there were once plans to put the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the group, any plans for a push are long gone, and Riker may soon be going with them.